YouTube. What up? We're gonna set it off from now. What time is it? 8:10. Let me send this link out. Just tapping in, welcome. You know what I'm saying? Just letting my guys know where I'm at. So everybody doing? Let's talk about this year. I ain't getting to waste no time, man. This is, usually pretty structured. I'm going unorthodox today. I have a story about New Year's and everything. I like to stay in on New Year's. I was outside early, so New Year's is different for me, man. I remember going to Demerara's and seeing Old Dirty Bastard. Demerara's 93, if I'm not mistaken. It's a couple other people from Wu-Tang. If y'all remember, Demerara's was on 28th Street in Manhattan. 3-story club. It was super lit back in the days. Seen the Wu out there, some cats from the Wu, Old Dirty, couple of dudes. January 1994 was a crazy New Year's for the kid, I got locked up my very first time going to Rikers Island. I mean, everybody's first time going to Rikers Island is the same. I think people probably try to front. People use the 4 building at that. 94 was probably in the height of a lot of stuff going on. If you wasn't thinking like a certain way going through, different, because I was like, it was New Year's. It was the day before New Year's. I think Luke was going to be at the tunnel that year. He was like $100 to get in. Plus, he had 1,000 girls coming. He was shaking ass and all that. And somehow I get caught up in a robbery charge. And it's like it was a double charge. There was a couple of people. Me and my man got kind of caught up. Took the first trip to the island. Then we saw the judge. Actually, we saw the judge tonight. Actually, on New Year's Eve, we saw the judge because we got locked the day before New Year's Eve. So when we saw the judge, it was all fun and games, the bookings. Everybody, yo, shorty, you going home? You know what I mean? First time, ROR, you snapping. We talking about the Bible. We turned up. I got some wine, getting some bud out of there from the dude. He was laying on the floor. Got some bud from him. It was a time, man. It was definitely an experience. Learned a lot. What about everybody else, man? I ain't made for it, man. I like to fight. I like to shake out. I like to do everything stuff everybody else likes to do. I just like to do it as a free man. So I remember going to the island that night. I remember getting screamed on. I remember getting screamed on by the CO. Why? This is New Year's Eve now. This is New Year's Eve. I don't know nothing about none of this system. I'm not one of them system dudes that was going through the system crazy. That's all I went through. I'm like, yo, listen. Try to whisper to him. I'm like, yo, look. Put me wherever you put the niggas who getting bailed out. You heard? Because I'm out of here. He was like, yo, get the fucking pen, man. You think you the first nigga to get locked up? So I was like, okay. And from there, it was up. So that's New Year's 94. Demerara's was probably 90, early 90s. I said 93. So New Year's, I kind of take it slow motion. Come on, let me drop this link. So we're going to just recap the year. Talk about some things that went on this year. We got is this Joe Biden's first year? Nah, gas prices went up this year like crazy. Let me see. 2022 in review. Things that happened in 2022. Yep, crypto was up and down. All right, what's everybody at with the crypto? First thing that comes up is crypto. Crypto I got sitting. I never really I didn't really go too hard pause this year with the let me see. Inflation Reduction Act. Let me see, review 2022 hip hop. Let me see. I feel like I need my background music. I got my background music. They don't really let me rock with it on here. I'm just doing a review. Hip hop, streets, top albums of 2022. Let's see. 21 Savage, Drake. I don't know, Simple. Rome Streets, Kiss the Ring. Flo Millie, You Still Here, Ho. Billy Woods. There's a lot going on in 22, huh? Elucid, I Told Bessie. I like the artwork. Quavo and Takeoff, Built for Infinity Links. That was a hard project. That's the first project on here that I'm really peeping. That's that I'm familiar with. Get the link, man. The link is in. Whoever pull up. Like I said, I'm here. I'm doing it like Jerry Lewis tonight, man. You know what I mean? We'll do it like Jerry Lewis. We're going on a marathon. Got a lot of cran grape. Got a lot of water. You know what I mean? Got some libation. Let me see who else we got. Smino, Love for Rent. Sasha, A Few Good Things. Denzel Curry's Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. Dope name. I like that. I like artists that get their artist on. You feel me? Like, that's a dope name. I like that. We got Freddie Gibbs on here. Is one of the top joints. Little Sims, No Thank You. Lotto was up there. I didn't see Gorilla yet. Maybe she came in late. Earl Sweatshirt, Sick. Okay, this sounds like a London artist here. Central C, 23. 23 is the name of the song, by the way. How many of y'all heard any of these people, right? This is the Billboard Top 25 for this year. Megan Thee Stallion, number 8. Okay. Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale, and the Big Steppers. Another name I like. Let me see. Metro Boomin, Heroes and Villains. There was some music drop this year. Like, some of these projects I haven't heard this year, but some of these artists that's doing it are people I consider true artists. So I'm gonna have to spend my day tomorrow, my first couple of days, listening to 2022 music. Let me see. Forever Story. Nas coming in at number 2. King Disease 3. Big up to my man Brick, man. Let me send Brick this link too. He sent Brick this link. He was just talking. You saw the live earlier. I went live. I had my man Brick on here. Big shout out to my man Button, Coney Island's finest. And he was talking crazy. He said Biggie wasn't valid today, but I wasn't bringing that up to say that. Wow. I just pulled up. I'm trying to pull up my own channel. I'm pulling up stuff on the internet that I haven't even seen before. That I didn't even know they had me on. But yeah, he was talking crazy earlier. So I'm about to send this link. Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. So everybody doing tonight, though? And if you hear, did you hit that like button? Here we go. Shit. Yeah. Now we lit. So what else happened in 2023? The whole Brittany Griner thing. Y'all know how I feel about that. I went over that in detail. I had a whole video about that on probably all my platforms. That was dumb. We look stupid. We don't even go to WNBA games, but we gave up a international badman and warlord. It's just, that was big. That was a big one for me. And of course, everybody fell for it. Everybody fell for the banana in the tailpipe. Hold on, I'm sending these joints out now. See if I get my guys in the mix. and my girls. You know what I mean? See if my son will tap in. Love to hear from Marcel. I want to hear what everybody's leaving behind in the new year. What's the title on this? Well, what we not doing moving forward? This is Sunny Winters and Friends, man. Hit the link. The link is in the description. I want to hear from these dudes right here. Yeah, I just wanted to send that to my There we go. Yo, big up the Ja Ace TV too. Stuck in the system. Circa 19 Double X Industry Hotel. We got a thing going on. You heard? It's like a conglomerate. Like, you know what I mean? Putting this thing up, we're making a stew, we're making a gumbo. Something marvelous. You know. So Crave TV. I'm reviewing the year. Just went over the top 25. Who moved my back scratcher from over here? I just went over my top 25. If you haven't checked, I got a couple of videos on pepper spray. Make sure y'all get your pepper spray. Speaking of the year in review, I did a really good video on pepper spray, the importance of pepper spray. Fellas, my guys, pepper spray too. Ladies, pepper spray. Saber's a very good brand. They got another brand called Fox. I think this is really important, y'all. I think this is really, really important. Self-defense, it just de-escalates stuff, man. It just, call this a can of amnesia. So, you know, just going down the list of the year. I'm looking for my back scratch and I see this. Let me see what pop out. So let's go. Pop, what up?
What's up? What's up?
Ain't shit, man. You gotta get you some pepper spray, Pop. Get your shorty, your lady, your mother. Get some pepper spray, bro. It's important.
Yeah, my family from the West Indies. They ain't using no pepper spray. They got pepper.
They keep pepper on, yo.
They put
Pop,
pepper.
we gotta stop. We gotta stop with this shit, Pop. You and I both know that one of your West Indian relatives back out a little pepper on a bad guy. He's smacking the shit out of him. Get your moms, get your people some pepper spray, Dredd. You gotta live. Spray somebody and you walk away.
Already with an argument. See, this is what you're gonna tell me, but I'm gonna tell you over 10 people, my aunts, that backed out homemade pepper and threw it in niggas' eyes.
All right, so they got. All right, but what I'm saying though is
that bold man mother did that.
Okay, so there's no argument. There's no argument. That means those people have pepper spray. You ever heard the expression? You ever heard the expression if the shoe fit? I'm saying I'm promoting for the ones who don't have pepper spray, who's not badass and walking around with homemade pepper spray. That's the part where you say, yo, peace, God, yo, good looking, man. The black man just trying to give me some advice. and they make it. That's all. I'm just spreading some love. I was just talking about, just reviewing the year. So I looked over here looking for my back scratcher, and I saw these over here. I gotta send these to my son and his homegirl because this is important right here. So I was thinking about that content that just went out. Went over the top 25 Rolling Stones list of the year. I was trying to get into some more hip hop.
Let's get to the juicy shit, man. What you want to talk about, man? What happened to this? It's like Uncle Murder wrap up, man. We should wait till we hear that first.
Pull your phone out and start looking because you can't wrap up. You smoke too much weed. I know I smoke too much weed, so I'm looking right now.
Right now,
I can't remember.
One of the wrap ups we could go with is.
Let me see. I did albums.
You know the newest one. I'm gonna tell you, the newest shit that I seen that made me say, "Wow!" Like we quick to jump on people when you hear something, and then 2 days later you hear like the truth, or you hear some other shit, and then people be like, "Wow, that Tory Lane shit, man." I ain't even on front. Tory Lane shit was like, like people was talking bad about Megan and everything, but now you see this audio came out of this nigga confessing it to it. He's like. So
you can still. It's like they always say, you can always have two truths, right? And from one thing I got from the trial is that he did bust his gun. We know that because the neighbor that came in and said that at the end. He didn't bust, not his gun. I'll say that. He bust a gun. No, but that's not, it do make a difference because that proves intent in a case. If you came with a gun, it's a different charge. If he was fighting with a gun, he fought with the gun with the girl. She had the gun. She was about to blast the bitch. He wrestled with the gun from her. It went pop, 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 pause, pop, pop. So they saying the first three was pop, pop, pop. And then he snatched the gun and was like, yo, bang, bang, everybody back up. Megan drank 7 to 8 bottles of Hennessy prior to getting to the party and then walked a quarter mile down a driveway barefoot, wet, in a bathing suit, drunk. So that's probable cause right there that she could have stepped on anything. She did not, it's a fact.
But what that got to do with him shooting her?
Because you can't get shot in your foot. I shoot all the time. I step on your foot right now, you cry like a baby. You can't even bump your foot, you cry like a baby. Trying to tell me she got hit with a 9mm and she have a cast? Hold up, I'm bugging. I'm talking to Popeye right now. If anybody know what a gunshot,
I'm trying to understand.
Exactly. So you ever been shot before?
Nah.
You ever heard about anybody getting shot before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You heard it destroys, with that bullet hit, it destroyed, don't it?
I mean, not every time though, because it depends.
She had 2 stitches on her foot. She had 2 stitches on her foot, and they never took ballistics out her foot. This is a fact in the case. They never took a shell, nothing out her foot. They said it was fragments that she stepped on. If he shot her in her heel, she would have a cast.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I mean, y'all, listen. We could pinpoint everything like a jury and all that shit. At the end of the day, something happened that day, and him coming out and saying shit on audio in jail, no, it's not looking good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like my mother used to always say,
never looking good. I mean,
like my mother's always say to me, you could be right, but you're gonna make yourself look wrong.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So,
that's a fact.
So with stuff like that, I'm not saying Tory deserve anything. You know, no man deserves to be behind no iron wall, behind no brick shit, and none of that.
Some dudes deserve that shit, bro. It's dudes that be jumping out of bushes out here raping people.
I'm a type of niggas and all them type of niggas, yeah. You know what I mean? But I don't consider everybody have to be, cause you know what I mean? Like I say,
that could have been handled a little differently.
Yeah, I think you know, some brothers get locked up for crime, and then you got a nigga hopping a turn like that kid that killed himself on an island or some shit like that. He in jail for a robbery, for a book bag or some shit like that, and you sitting in there for 3 years because he don't got no bail money, $500. And look, he killed himself. He's getting beat up. He didn't deserve that. That little dude, that boy didn't deserve.
What happened this year?
I forgot what year. It's the shit that Jay-Z made a movie about.
Kevin Browder. Right. I thought you were talking about something else.
Like that. I mean, you got niggas in jail for nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. When I say nothing, I get what you're saying. We're talking to people, though. Me and you just talking, but you know, when I say nothing, I mean, like, you got a man in jail for snatching a book bag doing 3 years. Come on.
Hold on. Let's get back to this year, though, Paul. You right, though. I want love to Kevin. I think his name is Kevin Browder, though.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying, and that goes back to what you originally said about the Tory Lanez case. We got to start making yo, Billy Badass, what up, bro?
Yo, whatever. How you feeling? What's good, Pop?
What's up, Billy Badass?
like Pop said, we gotta kind of normalize listening to the whole story first, and not
right. We never want to listen to the whole story. Like they say, we want to listen to what's negative.
No, not just that though. Some people ain't negative, but we want to listen to what we want to hear.
Which is negative.
No, it might not always be negative though. It might not always be negative because sometimes people I hear positivity in people, and you know that all the time. You're like, yo, Sonny.
We're talking about individual, but I'm just talking about the ratio of it. Everybody want to hear the negative. They just want to hear the negative. They don't want to hear, oh, Popeye doing good. They want to hear, oh, Popeye got punched in the face. Word? No, Popeye got punched in the face. Popeye got punched in the face.
When the last time you got punched in your face? Come on, Pop, don't do that.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little shot to the face every once in a blue, you heard?
Stop this.
Keep you alive, keep you waking.
Stop it, Billy. Not once in no blue. Ain't nobody punched.
Yo, Billy, what's the benefit? What's the benefits of getting punched in the face?
At an early age? You're talking about an early age, right?
Hold up.
What age you talking about?
Hold up. Let me speak my punch in the face, man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. I could say I got punched in my face. I know my man Little Lenny from Vanderveer. He'll laugh when he hear this one. My man Sean and the rest of the team. When I first moved back to New York, which is about 10 years ago, and I was walking down Flatbush Avenue, coming home from work, coming from the junction. And just so ironic, Sonny, I seen Taffy ex-girlfriend, which was a girl I ended up talking to too. But I seen her on Avenue I in Flat. And you know what I mean? So we talking whatever. At the same time, a dude is walking across the street with a girl. So she was walking one way. She made a left to go across the street. Dude was coming this way. I said bye. I thought he said something to me. He didn't. So I was like, yo, he's like, yo, what? We got into word because I thought he said something to me. Not in no foul way. Just thought that he said, what up? So I was like, yo, what up, dog? He's like, I don't know you, nigga. Get the fuck out my face. I'm like, yo, dog, man. I thought you said something to me. It wasn't no.
So this was random?
This is random, straight up random. So this is like about 12 something at night. My cousin Ariane contested this, and so we got into one or two words, and I'm like, yo, nigga, man, this, you know what I mean? Talking that tough guy talk. I'm talking tough guy talk, because I'm in my hood, and this is my hood, and it's late night, and I'm talking tough guy talk. I'm like, yo, the fuck you talking to, nigga? You know who the fuck I am? That nigga's like, yo, I just came home. That's what really turned everything left. I just came home, nigga. I ain't with none of that shit. I'm like, what the fuck that supposed to mean? Well, one thing I learned that day was I never did time up north, so I never understand the stipulations of how you supposed to handle yourself when you up north or on the island or behind the wall. You know what I'm saying? I never did time, so I never understood that stipulation. But that day taught me something. You do not walk up to nobody. Because as I walked up to the nigga and said, yo, what the fuck that supposed to mean? My man gave me a two-piece and put me on my back pocket. Bing, bing. I'm on my back pocket.
What you learned from that? That's important though, bro, because
I just told you.
Say it again.
Listen, you don't run your mouth and you don't run up on niggas. That's what I learned that day. So homeboy knocked me out. You heard what I said? He knocked me out, put me on my back two pockets, like Lenny would say from there, VIP Lenny, whatever. He like, yo, the nigga put you on your back pocket. I know what I mean? Next you know, I'm on the floor. You heard what I said? I'm on the floor. And I'm like, oh shit, the nigga rocked my jaw. When I looked up, all I see was it looked like a size 52 sneaker coming to my face, because it was getting closer and closer and closer. And all of a sudden, I was like, oh shit. Then all of a sudden, I did one of these, and I realized he didn't touch me. When I look back, I see my cousin Ariane giving him a two-piece. You heard what I said? My cousin Ariane, a female. Get off my cousin. That's my cousin. Ooh, ooh. So I jumped up. I had to handle my business, and I stabbed the nigga. We got into 1-2, and that was my life learned lesson. Shout out to Crave, because I even called him that night.
That night?
What year was this? How old you was?
How old I was? I said 9 years ago. We talking about like
9 years ago. I did not hear you, bro.
No, I was like 41. I was like 41.
You just coming back. Right.
41 years old. You know what I mean? I taught me a life lesson. Don't run your mouth, because niggas will deal with you dirty. You know what I'm saying?
He was definitely seasoned. He was definitely ready for action.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He was. I mean, I was, to be honest, I learned. I was popping my collar. I'm in my hood, my side of town of Flatbush, and I'm like, ain't nobody could do me nothing. So that's another thing I learned. You could easily get touched in your own neighborhood, because not every time your peoples and your squad is outside. Sometimes you out there for dolo. This happened at 12:31 in the morning in front of two brothers. You know what I'm saying? So everyone know about two brothers happened in front of two brothers. So this let me know that, yo, yeah, this is my hood. I'm well respected, but and the nigga running his mouth, I'm standing, but the nigga let me know, like, I don't give a fuck what hood I'm in. I'm standing on my ground, and he let me know what that meant. He put me on my back pocket. So I have to salute him for that. But Let's
I
get
would
back
think
to
you would approach
2022.
that situation differently though.
Huh?
Would you approach that situation the same, or would you approach it that same situation differently?
I'll definitely do it differently. Next time I won't approach it. I'm thinking them. And then the second, I won't be right in my mind.
Hold up, somebody got the music playing, the thing playing in the background. It's playing twice.
I have no music playing.
Not music, but
I turn mine on.
it's the feedback. Some feedback is playing. But go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that what happened. I mean, the lesson I learned was, especially in the hood, you know what I'm saying? When you're in your own hood, or you're in your own neighborhood, how you want to call it, your own block, your own street, and you feel like you bigger than the block, or you bigger than what's going around, that nobody can do nothing. Well, Nipsey Hussle, God bless the dead, showed you that it can happen in your hood. Me getting knocked out could show you it can happen in your hood. Mook Moolah from the 90s, it can show you it can happen in your hood. And the list goes on. That don't think nothing can happen in your hood when it can happen in your hood. That's what I'm saying. That's what I learned that day. That, you know what I mean? Be on point no matter, even if you in your hood or out your hood. Be on point.
Was there any factors in that? Like, was you was tipsy, or you was just feeling yourself?
Yeah, like I just said, I'm in my hood, coming home from work. Yeah, I'm just walking, and a nigga looked at me. I thought he said, "What's up?" And I reached out my hand, and the man, he's being disrespectful, like, "I don't know you, nigga." I'm like, "Yo, relax your mouth, nigga. You know who I am?" You know what I'm saying? I'm being top of my collar. You know who I am, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Fuck you talking to like that? He's like, "I don't give a fuck." I'm like, "Nigga, you don't give a fuck?" "Yeah, nigga. I just came home." "What the fuck that poster mean?" Bah! That what that poster mean. Oh, I learned the lesson right there. So yeah, I learned the lesson. No tipsy. I was sober as a priest. So I learned the lesson.
Yo, what?
Sometimes it happens like that, bro.
Yo, Billy, what what's some of your biggest lessons in 2022?
Hold on. Before you ask Billy that was just a lesson I said. My biggest lesson that I learned in 2022 is a couple.
Yeah.
But it's only really one, two I'm gonna really stick on. Don't believe in people like the way you think you'll believe in yourself. Because everybody's actions and reactions is different than yours. So if you believe that a person is gonna do the same thing you're gonna do, that's where you're gonna get hurt. So don't put your effort and heart into something or someone that you believe is gonna do the same thing you do. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. Don't look for no favor in return. And the second thing is, don't be a bitch ass nigga in 2023.
Yeah.
Right? Don't be a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Don't be a homosexual. Don't be a nigga that talks shit. Be a man. That's what you say you are. Be a man and stand on man principles. Nothing else. Anything beyond that, you a faggot, you a homo, you a sucker, you a bitch, and you not 100.
But Pop, you really can't say that on YouTube in 2020, forward. We're in the new millennium.
Okay, yeah, my fault. I ain't mean the words I mean, it wasn't mean towards like homos, but don't, if you a man, be a man. Don't do women
tendencies. That's it.
Bitch ass tendencies is still politically correct.
Listen, when women get upset, that's why people are so scared of having a woman as a president. That's why.
That's not why. That's not why.
Well, that's one of the reasons you hear in the hood. Emotional. That's what you hear. I'm just telling you what I hear in the hood.
That's definitely one of the reasons for sure.
All right, so thank you. So if it's emotions, that's what a woman does. So if a man do anything as emotional as a woman, I'm gonna have to consider you a woman. I consider you a girl. Anything you do as a woman, you are considered a girl to me.
So it's I over E, right? Emotions. I mean, intelligence over emotions. You never let your emotions supersede your intelligence.
Right.
A lot of people can't really get with that.
You see, Billy? Some people talk a good game and make it sound good, but they don't follow up on what they saying. So what you just said right there, I hope you follow behind on what you say. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to stand on what we say. That's what we got to start. We can't say things to make it sound good.
So you got it, man. So you got it.
You know what I'm saying? We can't be. That's one thing we got to stop in 2023. We got to stop saying things that make it sound good. Or brothers putting on a suit and brothers taking a picture and want to look educated and be like, yes, 2023, I'm on uplifting time. And then when you go take the camera off, you on killing little babies. Nah. Let's be true. Right, Sonny?
Yeah, what you consistency is key, man.
That's a fact.
Consistency is key. What else happened this year though?
All right, man. What happened this year, man? We talking Flatbush or we talking world?
I'm talking the world, man. It's Flatbush to the world, everything. The Queen died. Elon Musk took over Twitter. I mean, Ukraine got invaded by Russia for some old business. Gas prices went sky high. And what else happened? Tory Lanez. About the Thug case. Thug case crazy.
Oh yeah, let's Thug case. Because I ain't never did no time behind the wall, but that don't mean I don't understand the logistics of what goes on in the streets and behind the court system. But I know Billy did. Billy, you did some time, right?
Yeah, I've been doing time since the age of 12, bro. So like, I just came home off of 1 and 3.
All right.
Unfortunately, you know what I mean? Like,
so you can answer these questions you can answer some of these questions I'm gonna throw at you. Now,
if I can, I'm gonna let you know. You heard? If I can, I'm gonna definitely set you in the right direction.
Understand it. Now with the young thugs and everybody's taking a plea agreement. What is your stance on people saying that, like, what is your stance on a plea? That's the first thing. What's your stance on a plea agreement?
So first and foremost, I've never dealt with anything dealing with the feds.
Okay.
Feds and state is two different things.
Thug case is state. Thug case is state. So we can leave the feds out of it.
Woo! Yeah. I thought it was a thing.
No, he got a state.
It all depends. It depends on the time of the year. It depends on the officer. It depends on the gun. It depends on.
But Billy, we ain't talking about depends on. Right now, Thug's case, factual. He's standing in a state courthouse in Georgia. The state RICO case, where it's about 28 people involved. Right now, dudes is taking pleas. So I'm assuming that Popeye is alluding to the fact that to take some of these pleas, to take a plea, you have to admit to everything you've done. You have to say, yes, I was there present on such and such day. Yes, I was this, and that. But if Popeye is fighting a charge and he's saying, I'm not a gang, We Are Flatbush is not a gang, and then I take a plea and say, well, look, I'm going to take this plea. I'm guilty of drinking this juice right here, and We Are Flatbush is a gang. Right there,
anybody pops out to a plea, it automatically lets everybody know that you pleaded to some sort of guilt, and then you're implementing everybody that's on your indictment as well. So, like for me, right, when I was going to hearings and all that, like we ended up getting a plea, but we couldn't take our plea unless my co-D decided to say, hey, this is what we taking. I'm gonna take this, and this is what y'all gonna get. And that's how the shit worked out. Like 13.5 flat for man 1. My other co-D got 10 flat for assault in the second. I mean assault in the first. I got 5 flat.
But it looked like your situation is different.
But if we would have said, yo, I don't want to take my 5, he don't want to take his 10, but he want to take that 13, it wasn't gonna work like that. It was either if somebody said, yo, we're not taking a plea, we going to trial. And when we go to trial, whatever happens in trial happens in trial. So if he decided to say, yo, I don't want to take this plea, we're going to trial, and we not going anywhere else, and we staying rock solid, and we're right here, we got to go to trial. So when it comes to this plea agreement, once the small fish cop out, it kind of leaves everybody else in a bad situation because they're gonna use that against that person, and they're gonna use these two against that third. You know what I mean? Like it's all gonna be added up to the point where whoever's the biggest one on that list, they're gonna get canned and hammed. You heard?
Well, all right. So, but you are right what you just said, but it seems that Doug's case, it's not like a group thing. They really aiming for thugs. So they are pressing these kids to be like, okay, take a plea. Because if I'm correct, one of them got a murder, 30 years probation for murder. I'm correct.
Are they wrong for trying to offer them these plea deals and making them and putting pressure on them?
No. Answer the question I'm asking is that. Well, we know they're aiming for Thug, but I said one of the kids that got charged for murder, he got 30 years probation for murder. I just want to correct. I got her correct.
And what state is this again?
Georgia.
Georgia make up his own rules, man. They got some other shit, man. I wouldn't want to get locked up out there.
Nah, not really, because you go up the river. They want Thug. You go ahead and murk somebody if you want.
Thug. But let me ask y'all another question. I'm gonna ask Billy this and I'm gonna ask Sonny. Do y'all think the word is that Thug is telling these kids to do this?
Some of them, I think, yeah, because some of them sound like strategic moves. Some of them sound like like kind of like the shit with Gunna, right? I don't know if he's on the shit with Gunna, but Gunna clearly implicated him. That's why I don't think he's on that one. But I don't think he's worried about that charge with Gunna because that case is a gun case. Like, son, you cop out to that, I'll take the big shit. You cop out to that, I'll take this. You cop out, look for yourself. Like Billy just said, niggas, work stuff out behind the scenes. All them cases, I don't think he did. The last one, I can't think of the circumstances, but I think that one he might have because that sounded kind of sweet.
But yeah, but they got listen. He's going to jail for.
He's going to jail for what?
He's going to jail for, especially they got him on a murder, giving niggas money. He's going to jail. But my thing is just, I'm saying that is Doug telling these kids to do this shit so he can make. Cause look, the reason I say this, I just seen something today. It was on $1 Million Birthday Game. Shout out to Wallow and Gilly. When they interviewed Doug said, "Don't be loyal to me." Doug said that shit. He said, "Do not be loyal to me." That's what the man said.
So that means, you take it as rat on me. I'm a piece of cheese, just rat on me now.
I'm going to find it for you and I'm going to send it to you. The man said it. Don't be loyal to me. If you got to do for you. Don't.
So as a real one, I could see that being an option because if you're already looking at forever, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll be talking about
I'm already looking at forever. Yo, just take that shit and put it on me, word. Like, I'm already going down the river. It's over for me. Just let's make this thing better, man. Maybe I could do better in the town, in the streets and all that. And I'm gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? Just look out. That's how I would take care of it. But
no, I see it like that too. I do see it like that also. It sounds like matter of fact, that's what I see it as. I really don't see it as nothing else.
I would hope so, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the only other option. You know what I'm saying? We got to make this bad situation to the best situation. Got to, like, and it got to go up to the ranks. You know what I'm saying? If they really doing that shit for real, like, it's got to go down. Somebody got to get this. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody gonna have to step up and step on the sword. You feel me? Like, whoever it's gonna be, they just, you know what I'm saying? Murderism. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Salute.
I really think that's what it is. Yo, Sonny.
Yo.
I really think, like, you got cut off, but truthfully, everybody's like I said, people like to talk shit until Thug, like I heard another little Crip nigga from LA say that. He said until Thug come out and say these niggas is rats, they ain't rats.
Until the transcript comes out, because the transcript tells it all.
It's like what Doug.
This is gonna say everything, but a lot of that times, man, a lot of that should be redacted, man. That should be blacked out. You know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be a lot of shit missing.
I'm going like what Billy just said. Billy said the most illest shit that I didn't think it. Doug probably sitting there reading his case and seeing that they got a fork in him. He ain't really that ain't that much that he could do. So he's looking at all these little young niggas. It makes no sense. Y'all all going down. Listen, nigga, put everything on me. They're gonna run a concurrent. I might get 40 to life. Fuck it. I'm gonna have to sit on that and I'm gonna appeal some of that and I might be home in another 30. Fuck it. Y'all can go home.
Yo, Si, hit the link, Si. Hear from you, bro. Yeah, I mean, the Thugger situation right now, I think it's a little bit all that we just said, because I think he's orchestrating some to try to help him make other moves at other moments in his case. So I think that, I mean, we could be watching something monumental, but if he do too much orchestrating and beat it too much, he gonna walk out the door straight into them alphabet boys because they watching this case and all the stuff that got suppressed within the state. The feds don't got to deal with. They can deal with hearsay. They don't really need hard evidence. They don't need witnesses. They can just go in and just, oh, word is what he doing. Word he's smiling. Lucci is another one.
The feds, man, all they need is hearsay.
All they need is hearsay.
You willing to say that? Say no more. We got him. Just hook him. Get him. And they'll create something over nothing. Word like. So that can definitely be done. Like that. That's definitely the feds is different, man.
So what else in 2022? We got the takeoff situation.
Oh man, Takeoff. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Rest in peace, PMP. Takeoff shit was really a sad moment because niggas is millionaires, and the way he got killed, it wasn't like he got killed. You got killed because the big homie have a little homie around him, and he wants to impress, or it could be more to it. But for you to grab this nigga in the back of the head and pop him one, that shit is deep, boy. That's deep. That's more than what, you know what I'm saying, than whatever it could be. The only way I can see you popping a nigga in the head that he just shitted y'all niggas out of 50 million and took something from y'all. But that you gotta grab him and pop him in the head. I can say you popped him in the leg and you popped him in the arm if you wanted to pop a nigga, but you want to pop him in the head.
You can understand that?
Huh?
So you can understand that?
What you mean by we might understand?
He said he get popped in the leg. He get popped.
But I'm dealing with.
That's real. Though. At least he'll be here, I guess.
I mean, I'm dealing
with. You know what I'm saying? Like
thing, man. Pop a nigga in the back of his head, like you know what that your son. You know what that? I got popped in the back of my head, son.
You got
nigga grab me by my hoodie and pop me in the back of my head. That's real shit, man.
That's different. So, that's fuck your life and mine's word.
You know what I'm saying? So for a nigga to be arguing about whatever basketball game or wherever it could be, for you to grab him in the back of his head and pop him, yeah, I know my shit was a beat shit in the streets. So that's where it was going. So I see why we went there, but I don't see why it's going there for them. I mean, nigga grab me to grab my hoodie and pop me. Boom. And I'm here.
Yo, Pop, that's a true story?
Yeah.
The nigga just asked me.
Yeah,
I'm zoning out, I'm listening, but you got popped in the back of your head?
Yeah, kid. Yeah, fam. I've been shot in my eye, 1991, 1990 shoe. I got shot in my legs, 2000. Got shot in the back of my head.
Yo, what year was the joint by how can I say it? What year was the joint by 30-something?
When I got shot in the back of my head? That's in 2000.
Nah, it couldn't have been 2000.
You talking about I got shot in the back of my head?
I'm talking about that we was talking about the other day after the club and shit. With the dudes from over there, and then it was Shabon.
You talking about being shot?
Yeah, you ain't get nothing happened that day to you, just shot.
Yeah, shot got hit. I ain't get hit.
Oh, I thought you got hit that day.
Nah. They almost hit me. They was gunning me down more than shot. That shit was hitting the wall. Ping, ping, ping. But it's not. We talking about 2022. We ain't talking about me. Before everybody start thinking it's about me. Now, I mean,
no. You got some angels with you, you know.
Yeah,
definitely got some angels with you.
I mean,
Westside Gun confirms that he retired from hip hop.
Why?
I guess he feels like, you know what I'm saying, he's retiring. He said he got nothing else to prove. He said he don't have quote unquote, I got nothing else to prove. Westside Gun will be the last year in which he releases new music of his own, citing a number of career accomplishments warranting his early retirement. Griselda Records co-founder made the announcement with a series of tweets on Friday, December 30th, that saw him listing out a number of his past collaborators and the milestones he's achieved since launching his imprint in 2012. So 23 is definitely my last year. He went on blah, 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 blah. So Westside Gunn said he's had enough.
Westside Gunn said he had enough?
Yeah, he said, I guess he's doing collabs, maybe producing.
I don't know about that one.
Got Coolio.
I'm talking with you. I'm getting my New Year resolution.
We lost Coolio this year too.
Who?
Coolio.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. What else happened in 2022? Meek Mill has a fight with a fan. I don't remember that.
Who?
Meek Mill had a fight with a fan, got washed up.
No, Meek Mill got his ass beat up in Africa or somewhere.
Somebody got popped on in the club too. Somebody finally caught his ass. I think they hit him with a bottle or something.
Yeah, let me ask y'all this, because this is a year. This a lot of this has happened this year. This year we've painted a lot of gray lines in the streets of YouTube, the streets. Painted a lot of gray lines. I almost dropped my computer of snitching and what snitching is. It's just cool to just say somebody snitched and all that. You got the shit with Gunna, Tekashi talking shit. Like, is it? They say the streets is over with. The streets been over with.
I mean, the shit is only over when you get older. So the young niggas is still active, so it never could be the shit over. It's only streets is over when niggas start getting older. Somebody streets is over. Yeah, it's over for us, our age group. But it ain't over for them little young niggas that's still outside want to be active.
We're not talking about like that though, bro. I'm talking about like we still, when we was coming up of age in the streets, there was still a code that was left before. That's the part we gotta stop acting like, oh, they're new, so they get new rules and da-da-da. Shorty, you a rat, my G. You can't go into crime thinking, yo, if it goes down, tell it on my man, because that's my golden parachute.
But listen, with that being said, boy, that's been going on since the beginning of time. That's not.
So now, you debating me saying that the streets is not dead? The streets is dead, bro. They're not even getting no money. I'm never sitting here.
My wife even tell me that shit. Word. My wife be telling me that. She like, yo, you live by a different code. Don't nobody live by that shit. Yo, only people that live by
a certain code.
Hold up, one mic at a time.
Oh, okay. The only people that live by these certain codes is people that was raised in these certain codes. Okay. You can't expect these young niggas to be raised in it. Like my son, he's raised by a certain code because he's raised under me. He's around my niggas. He's around niggas they can see every day, that see how niggas move.
Okay, let me ask you a question though. So now, if that's how your son moved, because he was around official dudes, he's over here. The other dudes that's not moving like that, they over here. That's not cool. We got to start normalizing. I'm not making excuses for nobody. I don't care. Let me Pop. Can I get the mic? Can I get the mic, Pop?
Yeah, normalize it. I guess you got
a way of looking at things. I know I would never sit back and say what you can never do when it comes to my people. It's people that say what you can never do that make it worse. It's better to just be quiet and let the people that say that we can. If me and you was going to fight, right? If me and you was going to fight 3 dudes, and then Billy say, yo, I don't think we can beat them, y'all. Wouldn't it be just best for Billy to shut up and sit back and let us do our thing? Because we gonna fight anyway.
Like I said, this is where we debate at. This is where we debate at, bro. I mean, which is healthy. It's not a problem. But I agree with Billy because one day I was watching these documentary niggas talking on the internet, and a dude said something that was real ill to me. He said he was up north. And he bumped into his man. His man now got the whole shit on smash. Him and his people got the whole jail on smash. So he's good. Boom. He ended up getting into an argument with a nigga. And then boom, boom. So he went to the yard and he told his people, like, yo, listen, I just got into some words with this nigga. Boom, after chow, we gonna get busy. I'm gonna go get busy with this nigga. His man that was running the whole shit said, yo, can you beat him? He said, no, I can get busy, son. He said, listen.
I saw that. He said, so-and-so.
You beat him. He said, no. He said the next man to go defend that argument.
Because he said that he gonna fight him and represent the whole crew.
Thank you. So what you just said, that's why I'm answering what you just said. sometimes go down like that. You know what
I'm saying? Let me ask you this question.
I'm man gonna get washed.
Let me ask you this question, Pop. If we're gonna represent the whole crew, that's what I'm saying. We can't. Let's take that talk out of here. You're the guy that can't beat them with that talk because you're talking negative. That's what I'm saying. Let me talk to them because I'll be like, yo, you can't do it like that, bro. Y'all not street. If you're not from the street, like you said, you come up in the street code. Why would I sit back and call you street? If you say these little niggas is playing basketball, right? Listen to me. Hear me. And they double dribble, right? They throw the ball out of bounds. They shoot from the bleachers, and we go, no, you know, they didn't play basketball back in the day. They make up their own rules. Yo, bro, they will never make it to the league. You know why? To set certain things to say you in the league. And the only people that can say you in the league is the people at the head of the table. The people at the head of the table is the people that survived it. They can't tell you. Why you saying that is you passing it to them like, yo, you can't change yo. I'm like, yo, fuck y'all little niggas. I'm ready to go to war with y'all little niggas because y'all gonna kill yourself. So that's how passionate I am about it. Because that ideology is weird to me. I'm not yelling. My mic is crazy sensitive over here.
No, I'm just not with it. You only could teach the one that want to teach himself. So that's a difference. If you want to build,
that's what I'm talking about. See, when we start talking about
the only way I would know that is the one that would step up to the plate. But when you start talk to these little young,
that's what you just said. Though. I'm not talking about talking to anybody. I don't give a fuck about my son is good. Your son is good. Billy Kids is good. I'm saying as a whole, what I'm trying to tell you is just the ideology of it. We can't even say it casually as men on this recorded thing that, oh yeah, nah. We gotta say as Popeye, yo son, them niggas wasn't from the streets. Them niggas ain't of the street. The streets ain't dead, but they just not it. There's a part of the street that's still it. There's a part of the street that's still it.
This is what I'm trying to say to you, Sonny. Like this is where we bump heads at. Who am I to tell another nigga he ain't street? Cause he don't believe he's street.
Right. I see people like I'm telling you, son, you pussy. You're not street. What's cracking? Right. What you want to do?
We have this argument.
I'm not doing that, bro. That's letting niggas just do what they want to do based off of y'all niggas in the street. 10 niggas in the room. One nigga in the room start yelling out, everybody in this room is pussy. I'm saying something because ain't nothing pussy over here, bro. Y'all niggas ain't doing nothing around me that's suspect. I feel like it's a lot of niggas that's G's that's still someone in the street that's not doing it. See, I'm not fucking with the street niggas in the street, but there's a lot of niggas that street that co-sign with the shit that these niggas is doing. They should be getting their ass beat, shot, stabbed, clapped, jumped in the middle of the night when nobody's around and the shit will stop. But niggas is like, yo, son, what we gonna do? We can't tell these niggas nothing. Put a bullet in them little niggas because that's what the streets do. But what they see is ain't nobody doing that in the streets no more.
See, that's what my wife was talking about. She said, don't nobody live by that code no more. Ain't nobody really trying to go that far. Like, ain't nobody really trying to really like that time for these little ones, man. Like that time is past, man. Like that 3 years that they was in the pandemic, man. They was absorbing.
I respect all of that, Billy, and I respect that, Sonny. But see, where it's not the problem, where the disconnect sometimes happens.
Lead by example.
It's not only about leading by example. Yes, leading by example is one.
What's the solution, Pop? Because you say it's not about leading by example. You can't say nothing.
Listen, I'm saying my solution. My solution is like the only person you only can build as who wants to be building with you. So with that being said, now these little young niggas, like I said, you try to build with these little young niggas. I mean, like, okay, I got a lot of respect in the hood. So sometimes I try to talk to little young niggas, yo, don't do this, go get a job, don't do this. But then 2 days later, they feeling themselves. They want to talk reckless back to you. And then I'm like, yo, hold up, homie.
Yo, so why don't you tell them to keep doing what they're doing? Stop telling them to get a job. All these little fucking idiots don't need to get a job. Yo, homie, why don't you start?
Real talk, Pop. And I just want to say something because
why you don't keep trying to kill yourself?
This shit right here, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like everything that's going on with these young motherfuckers, man. The whole way that it's set up and correlated with like how they act and their attitudes and the ignorance and all that. It really has a lot to do with them trying to fill up the prison system for the next 25, bro. Like respectfully, like I say, they keeping them dumb because they want them to do dumb shit. And if you're a dumb, you're gonna get dumb time. You know what I'm saying? So like they want them to be in that realm because like they need I was just in the box. I was an S block, bro, like 3 years ago, and they was bringing motherfuckers to the S block for flip-flops. Like that's not even in the rule book, bro. That's not even like protocol. But they wanted to keep this shit open. So the CEOs had work, you know what I'm saying? Because they can't lay them off. They got a union, they got reps, they got, you know, they're gonna keep this shit pumping and crime pays, you feel me? So I'm telling you that the jails is empty and they let all the lifers go for a reason, you heard? Because when they implement this new system, when they get all these little young motherfuckers in there, it's not gonna be the same jailing. I know it sounds crazy, but yo, that shit, when you doing time and all that, them old timers, man, you want to be around one of them old timers that have been down since the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to learn as much as you can. That shit is like college, bro.
Listen, I agree with you, Billy. But what I'm saying on the other flip side to that is before they get to that point of building with a nigga that's been behind the wall, they outside. They outside and they're young, like I was young.
Video games got them ready to go, bro. They don't know. They have no emotion, bro. They have no emotional connection. And they don't understand the repercussions, bro.
No, hold on. Stop. That's where you're wrong at. They do understand the repercussions. They feel that they're bigger than the repercussions. They feel that they would not get touched by the repercussions. Because they know the repercussions. Because if you say that they don't know, then you're telling me all these motherfuckers is straight up dummy. Because they all got it. Like my son say it all the time. My son Justin say it all the time. Daddy, don't ask me dumb shit if you got a smartphone. All these motherfuckers got smartphone and they seeing everything on Instagram, news, everything. But
they're lacking the emotional wisdom. They're lacking the emotional wisdom. Whatever they're learning on this fucking
all of that. I get all of that, but they still understand what's going on.
I don't think they do. I believe they don't. Yo, when they get in themselves and they sitting in the bookings and then they go into the we went on island to get to our house, yo, that shit is gonna set in, bro, and that shit is gonna be like,
stop. I'm glad you just said that. I'm glad you just see, Billy, you didn't listen to what I just said. That's after the fact. We talking about
the only time shit gonna make sense for them, bro, because right now they not getting nothing.
Thank you. It don't make sense to them because why? Because a lot of them they don't see
that. When there's no electronics and they stuck with themselves, bro, and they stuck in that cell, bro.
The only
all
way
they know is electricity, bro. That's all they know is that shit, bro.
You are correct, but the only way, the same way that 60-year-old nigga behind the wall, that 50-year-old nigga, that nigga that doing mad term, the way just keep it funky, man. Niggas don't talk this shit like Sonny is trying to say now. Sonny's saying we have to change that type of narrative of talking that type of talk. Because niggas don't talk this talk until they get locked up. Niggas don't talk
because that's the only time you really gonna sit down and really reflect.
Don't hear it no more after you got locked up. That's like being a Troy Ave. I'm a gangster. Yeah, I mean, first shoot, and then you talk about your streets as a myth.
Hold up, Pop. Hold up. Let me ask you a question. I never really knew at all what did Troy Ave tell? What the fuck happened with Troy? I never really knew that story with him and Taxstone, something like that. What happened with that?
Well, as far as I don't know, I don't really know their whole story, but at the end of the day, it went down like. I mean, I don't know I know them two had a problem, and I know one thing that Tax did say some shit like, "Yo, if you run," I mean, they had internet beef. Basically, Tax said something about his music. Troy didn't like it. I guess he knows them personally. They from the same Brooklyn neighborhoods or whatever the case may be, and he didn't like it. So he kept on going back and forth on the internet. Now, Tax return was, do not run down on me. Do not run down on me because I'm not running and I'm gonna pop my thing if you run down on me. There comes Troy Ave. See the nigga. He got to stand by his word. He run down on him. Tax got to stand by his word. He pop his thing. Okay. Now, after all said and done, the street is a myth. Now the street is a myth. The street is a myth.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Because now you're talking about the streets is a myth. Like, it's not real. It's not this. It's not that. But you just doing it just before you did that. That's my only argument. Don't talk it after. That's the part that bugs me out about. Like, I said that to somebody else the other day. I said, yo, listen, man, I never did time in jail, right? But most of the things I always hear that nigga that did time in jail is, yo, son, guess who's my man? Yo, who? Remember the niggas we had beef with on Blase Boom? Like, yeah, me and that nigga was up north, you know what I mean? That nigga turned my, you know what I mean? That's my ride, that's my nigga. I'm like, yo, wait, hold up, nigga. What are you telling me? You telling me we had war in the streets? We was about to kill one another. Well, as soon as y'all niggas get in a room that's no bigger than 300 feet wide around, y'all squash the beef. I used to always feel like that was pussy move. It was like a pussy move to me. Because I'm like, yo, niggas ready to kill one another in the street.
Nah, that's not.
They get behind the wall. They want to.
When you get locked up, bro, and you start seeing them crackers, bro.
No. Hold on. Before you speak, Billy, I'm not saying like niggas supposed to do it. What I'm saying is we could have stopped the beef before niggas went to jail.
Oh, nobody talking about nothing. Everybody trying to catch the drop. What you mean? Everybody in their emotions. The only time that emotional shit stops is when you get locked up, bro.
But this is my point, that we put ourselves in predicament. Like the other day, Sonny. Remember the other day when Boy was trying to get into little words? And I mean, I stepped in because it really hurt my heart that two brothers is arguing about something that did time in jail, and they was about to go beef about something, and then you're gonna tell me y'all gonna beef, y'all gonna bang, God forbid y'all get locked up, then when y'all go back up north, y'all gonna squash the beef again. Yeah.
No, that's I can't.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I mean, that makes no sense. If you went through all that shit,
trying to say, bro, like we have to learn to not to say what makes sense and what not makes sense. This is what I'm saying, and this is what Sonny is saying. Sonny is saying the same thing. We have to learn how to say the ego killed a lot of people. Egos killed a lot of people because
irrational thinking, bro.
It's the ego. Because like right now, me and Billy had beef, right? And I said, yo, I'm gonna see Billy. I'm gonna smack the shit out of Billy when I see him. Now tomorrow I see Billy. I don't smack Billy. What happens now? Billy gonna talk shit.
I don't know. I don't know any kind of games like that. All I know is, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna get it in, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep on getting it in.
No, but you missed my point.
A lot of people don't see it like that. You know, that emotional attachment, that whole listen, let's just be men about this shit and just figure this shit out, bro. Because at the end of the day, we wasting time. You feel me? Like, I don't know. I was
Billy, what you said, intelligence over how it go? Intelligence over.
Never let your emotion supersede your intelligence. Is always I over E. Intelligence over emotion.
I like that.
I like that one too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, but we not sticking on 2022.
All right, so 2022 for me has been a decent year. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids is home. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm home. I'm on the right path. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's clear-headedness. You know what I'm saying? I got good people in my vicinity. You know what I'm saying? I got family around me. I got good people. So anytime I see some fuck shit, man, I cut that shit out like a cancer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just blessed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just hoping for a better year this year, you know what I'm saying, coming up because it should only get better as you get older, bro. If you're making any kind of stripes for your life, man, that shit is on you.
That's a fact.
Word. But
smoking weed. I'm over here cooking dinner while I'm talking and I'm on live.
What you chefing? What you chefing?
I mean, I'm making some crab legs, lobster tails.
Yeah, bringing the new year on a good note, good foot.
Lamb chops.
I'm trying to see
salad.
Yeah, salad.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see what else is good for the year, man. What else happened this year?
Yo, shout out to the whole Bush too, man. Everybody out there, keeping it funky, man. You know what I'm saying? Always stand straight, stand tall, man. You know what I'm saying? The Bush is always bred something differently. You know what I'm saying? So, lessons.
Let's see 2022 Flatbush news.
Oh, yo, you know what's crazy? The George Floyd statue. Remember when that that was a Patriot front that ran down on that shit and kind of like tagged it up and vandalized it?
That was this year?
Right on the junction. Yeah, I think. I went down there that night after I seen that shit on the news. I stood there and I was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit right there, That was some real petty bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how that shit happened.
So you went out there? So what if somebody took you as one of the dudes? What happened now?
Stop it.
He said, nah.
Stop it.
But look, I was about to ask a different question too. But the same thing, like I was thinking, like Pop though. If you just saw somebody vandalize it, you took some action.
I'd have slammed them on their neck.
I mean, listen, I'm more pissed off because that's my side of Flatbush, and
I don't stand for none of that racist shit.
And definitely, I'm just because I believe you because of the simple fact you grew up on our side, and that's a mixed side.
Oh, bro, I used to sit right there, bro. You remember the bum Anthony? Remember the old bum Anthony used to sleep on the by the bank and all that?
Yo, Billy said he didn't realize he was white until he walked by the Israelites on the junction.
Riding my bike, bro. Leaning down on him, I'm like, oh, what's going on here? This is looking funky. Let's see what's happening. And I heard the white man is the devil and shit stopped. I looked down, I said, oh, shit. Got up out of there. But the crazy part is I had the Israelites live right there on Farragut and Bedford, and they saw me every morning. Once they seen my situation, like with my moms and all that, and shit was crazy and all that. Like they kind of like took a liking to me and shit. They would say what up to me and all that. Never disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? They kind of saw like, oh, he going through some shit. You heard? Like we're not gonna beat him while he's down type shit. That's how I always felt. I fuck with them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But you can get it just like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully.
I like Billy energy. I'm not gonna front. I like Billy's energy. Sonny always bigging you up to the maximum.
I appreciate that. Suleiman raised me like I don't know if you know Suleiman. You know what I mean? Like,
he said,
he definitely took me under the wing, man. And
come on, man. That was my
some good things, man, from a young youth.
Service and all of them too. So I told Service about you, Joey. Told Joey about you.
Faces. Like
you gotta, man. If you know Suleiman, then you gotta know Joey. Because it was all them together. Service, Joey.
I was like 10 when Suleiman passed.
Oh, that's it.
I was like 9, 10. You know what I'm saying? He had me scrapping from early. Like I'm talking about, like, you know what I mean? Like, so different times.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's definitely what's up.
And he knew the situation. He knew, my mom was in the streets, man. That shit was hard, man. That shit was different. You know what I'm saying? Like that crack, that shit does. I sold crack for 2 weeks, bro. I couldn't do it, bro. Couldn't do it. That shit was different, bro. And he seen that, you know what I'm saying? So
you see the comment somebody just put? It says they saw on the 2 train at Winthrop a couple of months ago, saw a lady throw acid in the face. NYC is turning crazy again.
Yeah, that's the mental health that they never took care of. When they knew that this whole situation was gonna happen with the pandemic, they knew the trickle down effect, but they let shit spill for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Because they could have prohibited a lot of this shit when it comes to the mental health. They did that shit with the no cash bail. A lot of these dudes that's pushing people off the track.
Tap in, bro.
Like, been on the island, living there for seasons, years at a time. Like, oh shit, it's about to get cold. Let me catch a little 4-month big. I'll be out when it starts to get warm. That's a no-no. You know what I'm saying? That's a no-go now. Motherfuckers, you could do whatever. So what they doing with mental health was heavy on the island. They had their own houses and all that. Like, they had their own shit that ran fluently. You feel me? So
they always had the MO house and all that. Though.
Yeah, bro, but they're regulars. They're regulars seasonally. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you saying on the island right now, the MO house is big? Like it's like they have a whole house. Before it used to be like MO house.
If their crimes ain't extensive, they're not in a real severe mental health unit, and they're not in like a regular MO house where people taking medication. They on, they just got little shit going on, or they trying to just stay away, or that's like another IPC too, like in a way. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. You know what I'm saying? That whole setup is different. You know what I'm saying? You got your classes at MO. You know what I'm saying? So the ones that would be on the street, panhandling, smoking crack, doing whatever they doing, they know around September, October, let me catch a little charge for 4 months and I'll be home when the season switch up. You know what I'm saying? Go right back to it. Like that's their program.
That's street shit right there.
That's program. That's their program. They stuck in the system. Like that's their program.
Right. I remember one time I went through the bookings. I went through in Manhattan, under the Tombs or whatever, and they had dude. I guess all them Harlem dudes, they kind of knew each other. Like, so it was me and one man.
They be out here. They be That's a whole nother. A lot of them be the mental health ones too because of 125th. Like that's
exactly the methadone and all that. So they was like, yo, that's the nigga Q. The nigga go through every weekend just so he can get sleep. Yo, it's like they knew this nigga was gonna sleep the whole time we was in the bookings. They was like, you know that nigga gonna sleep. Yo, son, you know son last name, they gonna call him. They was listening out for him. Yo, son, word the mother, he never got up until they called his name, till the homies called him. Yo, I'm like, yo, and they said that's all he do is ride the trains, and when it's time to go to sleep, he go to the bookings. He play crazy and do whatever he do, and he go through.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Y'all niggas is crazy. Yo,
that shit is a whole program.
You got me fucking up my dinner.
What you making, Pop?
I'm cooking some seafood. I told you for New Year's.
Yeah, he making a whole seafood.
I'm gonna show you a picture when I'm done. Your little crab legs, little lobster tails.
Yeah, talking to big man, talking to the whole world here. I'm saying I'm cooking seafood. There's like 500 different species in the ocean. Like, what you making? Puffer fish? What you making? Snapper? What you making?
But like I said, I'm making some butter garlic Parmesan crab legs with a flame broiled lobster tail, seared salmon, and some lobster tails in a salad and some rice and black eyed peas.
So you know how to cook.
Fuck you thought? Wait, you ain't know how to cook, nigga?
No, you gotta know how to chef, man.
Come on, man. How dare you say something like that, bro? Come on, man.
Yo, Pop, what's your specialty? What's your go-to dish? Like, what's your famous dish?
Like my brother say, heart attack food.
Why? What you doing, Pop? Fried food?
No. My specialty. My specialty is macaroni and cheese, fried chicken.
Nah, fuck that, Pop. Let's get back to why your brother say heart attack food. Why you season it crazy? Why he say that?
Okay.
Which brother say this though? Which brother say this?
Oh no, all my brothers. They're like, oh, all I do is fried chicken. All I do is fried food. They say I fry. Everything I do is fried chicken.
You eat fried Jack Mac?
No, I don't eat the Jack Mac. I eat sardines.
Chicken, you heard?
My sardines, man. My father sardines and onions.
Nah, yeah, I fuck with that shit. I should just remind me of my childhood. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all we do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I should be got to a bad place. You know what I'm saying?
You think I can't cook it?
Wait, hold on. I'll be right back.
You know what I'm
saying? Tuna I fuck with.
What he say?
No. I think he.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back. Cool, man, but it was a good night talking with everybody. What's my shit at? Well, we gotta come back 2023. Where you at, Billy, in Brooklyn?
Nah, Harlem.
Harlem.
Yeah.
You gotta come out here one day, man. We gotta chop it up. What part?
I was thinking about pulling up on Sunday retro.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Pop out.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, you remember back in the day on Friday night YMCA?
Yeah.
Bruck ups and all that.
Oh man, you remember? I never used to go in there that much though, because not to be talking myself, but I couldn't go. I could go in there, but you know how it is. When we was going up in there, it was always gonna be a problem. So
yeah, no, I was young though. I was sneaking through, going under the glass window and all that, trying to.
Just think I said throwing the glass window. You can't be serious.
Yeah, you can't be seen. You know what I mean? Sneaking up in there and shit. Young youths. Yeah.
Still be blogging? What you be doing?
Nah, I'm trying to get on this whole life story about stuck in the system. You know what I'm saying? It's like once you win this shit, it's like you can't never get out. You feel me? Like I don't know, this shit different. You know what I'm saying? As much as you try, it's like that shit just got a web to you. You feel me? Like so. I'm really trying to get into that and really expose the system for what it is, because there's a lot of shit that people don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like them crackers up north, man.
How many kids you got?
4. I got 3 girls and a boy. Yeah, married.
Okay. That's what's up. How old are you now?
37.
And you went through a little rough road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, rocky road. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it basically, made me a better person and really showed me what my length and my will is. You know what I mean? So I embrace it always. You know what I'm saying? But is a lot of people that don't really understand the intricacy of the system. You know what I'm saying? I embrace all the fuckery that come with it. But when it comes to
what?
like how they just once they grab a hold of you, it's like it kind of like it falls into the cesspool of like you ain't never getting out this quicksand type shit. Like it comes down to the mentality, indoctrination, experience. It comes through all these things of going through strife and fucked up situations. You know what I mean? So it's different, bro. Just even think about that shit. That shit brings me to another place. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as you want to be like,
hear it in your voice. I can hear it in your voice.
As much as you want to be like, yo, that shit is nothing. That shit is nothing. It's like I didn't go through all this shit for nothing. You feel me? Like this shit had to be for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So, digging deep. You know what I'm saying? Always trying to know yourself better. You know what I'm saying? That's a journey in itself. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a constant work. You know what I'm saying? Constant work because not only is you thinking for yourself, but you thinking for others as well. You know what I mean? So it's different. Because when it goes back to exposing the system, you want to be able to give it to people where they can understand it in the best format and the lamest terms.
So let me ask you a question. You ever lived in a foster home and all that shit?
Yeah, foster home. I was living in Narsey, right? This is back in like when I was 2.
What's not? What you said, Marcy?
Narsey, my fault. Okay. Narsey. It got crazy. My mom's, that's when the drugs was crazy and all that. Like, she fell asleep, left something on the stove. So I was like 2 or 3 or 4, some shit like that. And I remember opening the door for the fire department so they could come in because they wanted to break the glass and all that. And they had put me with a stepsister, my mother. She was an alcoholic, so it was crazy. I was getting molested by the girl down the block. She was my babysitter and all that, but she was a fat, white, nasty lady, man. Like she was older than me, but it's just like she knew too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to play with a certain game, and she would like force me to do things that I didn't want to do, type shit. You feel me? So
like what you mean? Like I'm not trying to get too crazy, but like hardcore shit.
Like sucking on nipples and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get it crazy. I was crying and all that. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't with it, man. Like it was just, I don't know, it was salty. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was her skin or my tears. I don't know, but it was just nasty.
You wasn't ready for that at that point.
Yeah, I was just trying to play icebreakers, bro. There was a little game with the penguins, with the ice cubes and shit. That's all I wanted to play with the paper towel. I just, you know what I mean? So she took advantage and all that. But I think she called ACS because I was getting whooped. So, like when she kept on doing it, I kept on crying. Like I wasn't really with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was different, bro. Like she was evil, bro. Like an evil bitch. You know what I mean? Like, so I went to school and all that, and they seen bruises, and I guess, the school or that situation, or they told the school or however it worked, but they came and snatched me up and they put me in a foster home. And I was in a foster home for a little bit. It was all right, it was decent, but it was scary. You know what I'm saying? That whole experience was, traumatic. You know what I'm saying? Like that traumatization, like once you get past that, like once you like pop that cherry, like it's like you're ready for anything now. You know what I mean? Like you don't really care about shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really trying to help you fix shit either. You know what I'm saying? So going through that, when they snatched me up, they put me in the back of a police car. You know what I'm saying? I cried myself to sleep.
Home?
Yeah, going to Light Street. Light Street, it was on Canal. It's not there no more. They got it somewhere else. The ACS is building it somewhere else now. But it used to be on Light Street. Like that shit was crazy, bro. Like super crazy. So, going through that shit is traumatizing. You know what I'm saying? You get put in the back of the police car, you cry, sleep, yourself to sleep. The lady telling you to shut up and be quiet type shit. You know what I mean? So that shit is all traumatizing. But like I said before, once you pop that cherry and go through that shit, it's like you ready for anything now. You know what I'm saying? So wherever you go now, You can't be controlled.
You can handle it now.
Yeah, but it's at the same time you're gonna have a defense mechanism. Like shit is gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna trust because you don't know if you're gonna be there. You're gonna move again. Like you always on your toes. Like you don't know what's happening. So it's like you always got to be alert type shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're going somewhere where it's super awkward. Because when you're young, you feel energy. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to express it, but your energy is energy. You feel me? So it's like you know when there's good and bad, fucked up situation or fucked up people. You know all that.
That's a fact.
You know, it's just you can't express it. You just gotta figure it out or hope, you know, somewhere in your path you don't meet any of those fucked up situations. You know what I'm saying?
Question though, how many years you have to go through all of this?
So from 5 till 9, right?
Okay.
They put me on medication. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going through what I was going through because of trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody really trying to like figure out what's going on. Like, it's like, oh, he needs medication, pump him with the meds. You feel me? Like, nothing really gets resolved. You know what I'm saying? So, and back then, even now, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, they want to give you back to your mom. You know what I'm saying? Like the female is always get you back. So even though you're in the foster home and it may seem like you're gonna be there or whatever the case may be, you end up going back right back to the fuckery. You feel me? Like I went back with my mom. She relapsed like 6 months after she got me. You feel me? Like, that shit, there was no plan really. You know what I'm saying? Like situation was still the same. So of course shit was gonna be real. We won't be on the streets. You know what I'm saying? She was gonna relapse and go through all that crazy shit.
But they ain't know what your mother was going through. They ain't know that.
Yo, back then they wasn't on it like that, bro. You gotta remember my mother was a redhead white woman, bro, with green eyes. You know what I'm saying? If you understand that concept, like she could pretty much like it was like people didn't want to fuck with her. Like, not to say she was big, bad, and bold, but it was just something about redheads. You know what I'm saying? Like they have their ways. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to explain unless you really know one. You know what I mean? So, because reds is different. You feel me? So, she cloaked a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Or she just kind of bogarted her way through. Like, don't even come. You know what I'm saying? Don't even press me about that. Or she hid it so well. Like when we knew who the people was coming. Like she found a way to fill up the fridge. You know what I'm saying? She cleaned up the house. Like that's how I knew they was coming. The house was getting cleaned. You feel me? Like even though this is a fucked up spot. You know what I'm saying? There's parties every night. You know what I'm saying? She would tidy up. You know what I'm saying? They would come and they would leave as long as there was shit there, and that was that. So, you know, at the age of what, 12, I was kind of like on a run from a little robbery and shit. So I went to the group home. I'm in the group home. I run away. You know what I'm saying? Like it conditioned me already. Like I went through juvie already. Like so, it's like.
What's that? Yo, Ace, what up, bro? Yo, Ace, you there? Yo, peace, family. How you, man?
You already know, King. I'm on.
Yeah, you on?
Yeah, I'm here though, man. You know what's going on? What's the word for the day, man?
Hey, man, we was recapping the year, talking about some of the things we ain't doing next year, moving forward. Talking about some of the things that happened this year. You know, it's me, my man Billy Badass, another Flatbush dude. You know, just talking about the events of the world, the events of just things going on.
Mr. October in the building?
Nah, it's funny. Mr. October just dropped off like 2 seconds before you came on.
Okay. Yeah, I really, you know, I ain't even really getting into like too much like for the new year doing this or doing. I'm just basically, I'm just putting my foot forward and putting action out there, bro. And that's a fact. You dig?
Yeah, manifestation.
And that's what it is. I ain't even. That's the type of time, and I'm on, and I'm only rocking with people that's on that timing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'm done with giving passes to people that's not really trying to move forward or whatever. And like, we live in like in this society, we kind of twisted, bro, because it be too much backbiting and all that stuff, bro. Like, this shit is corny. We getting older now, and people continuously keep doing the same thing, bro. Like, Like right now, your whole you supportive of a lot of people. Your chat's supposed to be full. You're supposed to be all that, bro. You're supposed to get all the support in the world. Where the people at, bro?
Respectfully,
So it's like
I hear that.
I'm moving on a different type of timing, Sonny, man. Like because if I could see Sonny right now and I could give him a pound and hug him and all that, but I can't log on. I can't click the like button on Sonny's product. Then me and Sonny not cool. So that's how I'm on it right now, Sonny. I'm moving forward with that kind of mentality because how much can you tolerate, bro? At the end of the day, how much can you tolerate, bro? Like you're gonna continue to give people a pass because you knew them since back in the days when niggas was hanging on a junction and 90 and 91 or whatever. Yo, that's people's. Nah, you got to go by action only. Whatever people show you, that's how you got to deal with them, bro. And that's how I'm on it, bro. Like, so I'm not gonna sit here and have like this long list of yo for the new year this, for the new year. No, I'm just moving my feet forward. And for those who not riding with the kid, all I can say is I wish you the best. That's it, bro. You feel me?
I hear that. Yeah.
I wish Mr. October was still up here, man. I had a couple words for him. Yo, Sonny. Yo, Sonny, you there?
I think he stepped out for a minute, but what you definitely saying is valid, bro. That's definitely valid.
I'm here, my bad.
Call Mr. October real quick, Sonny, offline and tell him I said to check in real quick. I wanted to highlight him, bro.
All right, hold on. Yo, what I was gonna say is I'm calling him right now. What I was gonna say is though, proud of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your channel is looking like you've been doing this for years, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Coming in crazy on them, bro. I just want to let you know that.
Remember when you first interviewed me on the We Are Flatbush joint, Sonny?
Wait, hold on real quick. Hold on, Ace.
All right.
Hello?
Yes.
I feel like I'm in a holding cell. Yo. Here.
Yo, Ace.
You got me muted, Sonny.
Oh nah, you open, bro. Right there. He said his phone died. He coming back on just now. He said he coming back on just now. But yeah, I love we will wish them well, we wish them what they deserve. Who would they deserve? It's what you talking about. Hit the link. Yeah, he said you're about to pull up just now. It was a crazy year. Like people underestimate. I was ringing off all the stuff that happened this year. We kind of skipped over a lot of stuff, like Queen of England and different things. People always like to say, "Oh, bun fire on this and bun fire on that," but a lot of these stuff be holding significant value to you know what I'm saying, to what's going on in the ripple effect of the world. Let me see where he at. But hold up, how I hit what pop at? How I hit pop? What Ace at? There you go, bro.
Yeah, my shit fell out.
Yeah, I'm here though, man.
Yo, what you think about them January 6 hearings? What's your thoughts on that? I don't know if you like keep up with that and all that, but
I haven't kept up with the latest round. I seen some people that got some time, some people got away. I
for some time.
Say again.
I say yeah, a few people caught some time, like a few, like 5, 7. I think somebody.
How much time?
5 years, 7 years. There was somebody else that I think caught a little bit more than that. I don't know the exact number, but I was like, God damn, that shit is kind of harsh. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't even go all the way through with their shit. You know what I'm saying? They fumbled that like all the way, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? On a military aspect, you know what I'm saying? On the military terms, if you look at it from a strategic standpoint, like they dropped the ball so many times, like it's crazy. So it's like for them to give them all that time, it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's confusing to me, you know what I'm saying? Because
Ace, you on mute, Ace.
With that whole orchestration.
Yo, you hear me? Where you from, Billy? What's it, Billy Badass?
Yes, sir.
Where you from, brother?
Flatbush and 26. Farragut getting 26. But I be all over the bush. Yeah, I be all over the bush.
How long you been living out there though?
I don't live there no more. I grew up there as a youngin' boy.
Like how old?
I was there, from like 9 to like 12 and a half.
Not saying, but what year?
But look,
so 9, 6. No.
Yeah, I wasn't out there though.
9, 3.
He's younger than us though, Ace. And his channel, this is another Billy Ace Billy. His channel was called Stuck in the System. And he was explaining his road through the system as you pulled up and how he went to foster home. What age was it, Billy?
5.
5 for a fire. You know what I'm saying? His mother was abusing drugs. You know what I'm saying? In the area, on the junction, and them sides there. And you know he talks about his road. He said just came home unfortunately from a little small big that's probably you know what I'm saying. So, but that's type of stuff Ace works with too. Ace works in the community heavy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ace works. Not like online with this and that. Like this is
in the streets, like on the streets.
This is in the streets, in the office. I'll be on the phone with Ace. He'd be like, "Yo, hold on, Sonny. Nah, you can't go to this gun program because it's only good on this day, this day, this day. But if you go here in this city, you can go there. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Sonny, I'm back." I'm like, God damn, Ace. And you can hear on the phone that the person in front of him is looking him dead in his eyes. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, you already know. That's what you're Sonny. And I'm glad you brought that up because there's a lot of people that do a lot of talking. Yeah, I'm out in the hood. I'm in the community. I'm doing, bro. I do it every day, literally. I can have I'm about to do a show, Sonny, with some of my former clients that became successful and all that. That's gonna be a show. I'm gonna do a show on that. You hearing it first, Sonny. I wasn't gonna even put it out there, but I'm gonna do that. But these are people that was like at the bottom, bro, and like through blood, sweat, and tears, God used me to help them get to a better place, bro.
But look, let me ask you this though, without getting into too much, maybe, what are some of the key components of going from that all the way down from the bottom to these successful places? What's some of the key elements somebody got to have within themselves?
They got to be. The first thing is they got to be willing to. They got to be ready to change. Because I can say whatever I want all day long. You gotta be like, you know what? I'm done with this shit, man. That's it. And I'm talking about the life crime. Because in order to stop doing crime, Sonny had to. You was out there doing shit, Sonny. You had to say you done.
Yeah, I had places I ain't never want to hit before, and it was just like, I can't do this no more, bro. I can't do this no more.
So is it? Let's say, for example, it's times where like, yo, damn, like, I need some motherfucking bread right now. Sonny gonna always know crime. He know how to go and juke something if but Sonny know better. So I'm talking about the discipline aspect when you get to that point where you know, nah, I can't do that. So that's when you know that Sonny made the necessary changes in his life. When Sonny said, you know what, I could just do X, Y, and Z, and boom, I'm back in the game or what, I'm on again or whatever. But Sonny like, yo, nah, I'm gonna do it the right way. This is how I'm gonna get money the right way. So when you have people that continue to go in and out the system, it's because they're gonna stick to what they know best.
Respectfully, that's absolutely true.
What you think about that, Billy? Stuck in
No, I ain't
the
gonna like my shit, my like always like my bank always on my or like my go-to is like I just pull up my shit. You feel me? Like respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Like I know the lengths of where I'm willing to go, you know what I'm saying, which I don't ever want to go again, you know what I'm saying? But I know that there's really, you know, I got tools, you feel me? Like I know how to use them too. So it's like I can always go back in that bag and really like, you know, go to my bottom, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's bad, you know what I mean? But that's coming up, and that's all you really understand, and that's all you really doing, you know what I'm saying? That's always gonna be your default, respectfully, you know what I mean? So it's different, man. Like you got that the constant change is like every time that you feel like you get to that point, it's like you gotta have that discipline to say, yo, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. You know what I mean? So it's like coaching yourself. You gotta have that inner determination and a knowledge of who you are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people haven't sat down with themselves in dark rooms or you know what I'm saying, and really touch themselves on their soul. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So you really like gotta hit rock bottom, like he said, man. Like
let me ask you something, Billy.
You gotta want to change.
You gotta want to change. This might be a sidebar. This might be kind of piggybacked off of that. You said you have addiction in your family. They say I know Ace deals with addictions and stuff like that too. Is that really hereditary? Something that's in your DNA and your makeup? I'm asking honestly because I don't really know. I always hear people say that.
I mean, I don't fuck with nothing but bud. You know what I'm saying? That's my key cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't drink. I don't do none of that. I never touch anything other than bud. So, you know what I'm saying? I chose not to because I saw the physical effects it took on my mother. You feel me? Like when she got me back, she just went to rehab. You know what I'm saying? She was healthy. She was solid. She
got you back from where?
Samaritan Village. So, you know, when she got from when I was in the system, when I was in the foster home, she got me back. She did the program, 13 months, you know, in inpatient rehab, you know, played the system, you know what I'm saying, came out. And then 6 months later, it was off to the races. Like that's when shit was real. Like we was in the streets, like we was living in a crack house on Kenilworth. Like that was my home, you feel me? Until she deboed another crib and we was living in there and turned that shit into however that shit was. And I was sleeping on the floor, on the baby mattress. Fiends are stepping over me all night. Like I would rather go sleep in an abandoned car, something that SPK put. Like I'll find something that's, you know what I mean? Like it was different. Like when the come up was different. Like I'll sleep in the other buildings, I'll sleep in the hallway type shit. Like, it was different. Like them times was hard, bro. Like different times.
You was out there, Billy. You was out there doing FPK days.
Yeah, I started stealing cars when I was like 11, bro. I was running around with
How old are you, Billy? If you don't mind me asking, brother.
37. Just turned 37. October. Libra gang. Word.
You talking about like FPK times, like what, late 90s?
Mid 90s. Late 90s, mid 90s.
All them dudes is locked up by then, man.
Yeah, or dead. Either or. But
yeah, but I'm saying by that time that you talking about, like
early
mid
90s
and all that, all them dudes
94, 90, 95.
Yeah, all them dudes is gone or
not everybody. Major hitters was there, but I know
most of them niggas though, Harlem.
Every single night there was abandoned cars on Kenilworth. Every single night they was out there heavy, and them shits would be stripped down on blocks.
Yeah, you know, because you got the like early 90s, you got like that Redhead Sharif was already in jail. Morty was already in jail. Who else up in there? Mikey was already in jail. Them dudes was already in there already, bro.
But but see, he talking about like, because remember, it was still some people still out. Shy Boogie was still running around. It was a couple of young bulls that was still.
Those are the FPK dudes that came after the originals.
Yes.
All I know is shit was popping up, and I was learning how to steal shit, and I was running around just taking shit and getting crazy because I seen how they was doing this shit. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Around that time, that's when shit was still kind of like smoothie. I don't know. I was in the mix, like I was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I was seeing all that shit. Like I don't know the originals or the ones that came after. You know what I'm saying? That shit lived on for a little bit. That shit was living on. Like,
them dudes was rivals of mine at one point in time. Sonny noticed.
I see what it is. I get it. I get the correlation.
No. But them dudes is no. But at the end of the day, see me, I'm a realist. I respect worthy opponents.
Respectfully, as a warrior, you should. As a warrior, should. Yeah.
So me and you had drama, son, and you about that, and you was definitely trying to take my head off, whatever we was getting at. Son, I'm gonna respect you, homie.
Yeah, as you said, man.
You know what I mean? But
it takes a killer to see a killer.
So when I say that, meaning that I believe that, you know, they should have what they were doing before New Jersey Drive, that movie that came out. Them niggas is the original, bro.
Yeah,
like this should be a documentary. And Sharif is my man. You know what I mean? Redhead Sharif. They should have I know he's doing a documentary, but that's a must.
No, yeah, not fast. Now you're speaking straight fast because I saw New Jersey Drive when I was in DFY and I was like 13, 14. And I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. This dude's in my hood that do this shit right now. That's out here stealing cars. Like I was out here with pulleys pulling out ignitions and riding around with fucking stolies like it was something to do because
they was the one that made that. They the ones that made the dent pulleys famous for me.
Oh shit! Yeah, New Jersey Drive. I saw that shit. I said, yo, this is my hood right here. Is they copying? Like I ain't
New Jersey Drive ain't have nothing on them, bro.
Yeah, no facts. No, I know. Trust me.
I know. I just want to make sure I went on record to say that. Those are my guys, man, from driving to actually.
That's one of the tricks of the trade that I'm glad I learned, man. And I was glad I was around a few of them. You know what I'm saying? Even if they was like the leftovers or the ones that was trying to keep it alive. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always been something. You know, that's something weird way. I'm trying to look up to in the hood. You feel me? Like, oh shit! I remember I was running around with the skeleton key and running around with the 98 Toyota Camrys, like running around like 5, 6 of them shits on different blocks, just like, and this is back in like 2004 or some shit. I was on it like that. You know what I'm saying? I came home from DFY and I tried to relive that New Jersey Drive shit. I did it for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
I salute all them brothers, man.
Yeah, now they definitely set a bar, bro.
Like, you was putting in work.
That shit was definitely putting in
work and I'm talking about, Sonny, when I say that, meaning that
driver.
When I say putting in the work, son, I'm talking about when shit was real and you was in the mix of things at that time. You heard, Sonny?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm
not promoting like the negative, but at the end of the day, we come from negative backgrounds, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't always have our head together, you know.
Not at all.
And it was on and popping at certain points in times, bro. Like it really was lit in our neighborhood, bro. Like you had to you was either predator or prey at one point in time out there, bro. You see how, like, if you go to a party out here, Sonny, right now, if you go to a party right now, let's say, Sonny, you just left New York. If you had went to a party, you would see everybody got on jewelry. Bro, that back years ago, it couldn't be that way. It just wasn't accepted.
Nah, yeah, that's different.
Yo, Pop, tap in. Got circle.
I mean, because you was dealing with a lot of thirsty cats, man. I was really like, you know, like pit bulls ready to eat, man, when they seen somebody neck shining.
Nah, yeah, that's definitely that
was dudes really moving like that on the other side? We was talking about that earlier. Pop was saying like, why niggas getting the beef and then squash the beef up north when they could just squash the beef at home. And I'm like, damn, why you robbing so much?
That's not how that works because when you go to prison, because at one point in time it was boroughs, there was a borough beef at one point in time, and then you had the different parts of boroughs in prison up north at one point in time. Different parts of the boroughs hung with each other. You see what I'm saying? So like you would have the East New York and Brownsville dudes hanging with each other. Then you had like Crown Heights hanging with the Star dudes or whatever. But then you had Flatbush was Dolo, homie.
Always.
Flatbush was Dolo up north there, Billy.
Flatbush. It was a point in time. Flatbush was their own, bro. Like they was their own.
You from Crip City, you by yourself, bro. Once you say Flatbush, all right.
So.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, you ready to go. Like, I'll turn this shit up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
that's how it was in the 90s when I was up there, Sonny, at one point in time, and nobody could tell me different. But that's how it was. I mean, even though if you from the bush, Sonny, you might know dudes from the Star, East New York, Brownsville, and all that, and it might be respect. But I'm saying the overall picture.
I got you. I know exactly what you mean. It's lunchroom table shit. Everybody kind of cook up type shit.
Motherfuckers was not gonna squash real beefs in the street. That was not gonna happen.
It's too free. We're too free to get it on. Why would we stop it? Billy, let me ask you a question, Billy.
Yeah.
You sound like you said you went from Light Street to these DFY facilities to this, and that. In your time up top, what was maybe a place you was in where you had to kind of test your survival skills? Like, what was one of the facility that was pretty rough in your opinion?
So like it's different up north. Like if the only spot that I really felt like that was really like on the island, like when you get moved, it's like it can get bucky. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta go through the whole travels again. You know what I'm saying? So on the adolescent tip, going through the adolescence, it's like you're gonna get smoked. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna get smoked out of a few houses before you can live. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to get it popping, like your shit gonna have to run around, and like that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not like that. It's not like that up north.
Nah, up north it's like it's gentleman shit. To be honest with you, bro, if you're not fucking with no gambling, you ain't no fucking with no gays, and you ain't in a really like you gangbanging, bro. It's gentleman shit. Like, yo, listen, I'm here to do my time. Don't make me stay here forever. You feel me? Like that's what it is. Like people ready to like real rights. Like motherfuckers ain't playing no games. Like I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing my bit. But if you want to take it there, we can go. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You know what I'm saying? It's like the only way you're gonna get in trouble is if you fucking in the mix of the politics of the bullshit and you just in some fuckery. You know what I'm saying? You just drama. That's the only way. And ain't nobody really worried about nobody like inmate wise. Motherfuckers is worried about them crackers, bro. Them crackers is different, bro. That's a gang for real, bro. They got beat up squads. They murked and all that. I learned that from DFY.
I love to hear you say that, right? But did you ever face as a white dude going through the system? You ever face that? Do you feel that shit too, or is it just?
Hey, bro, I'm different. But respectfully, you know what I'm saying. I am who I am. I'm different, bro. Like my upbringing is different. You know what I'm saying. I know I'm Irish and Scottish. I come from a good blood. You know what I'm saying. Like I know what it is. You know what I'm saying. Like, and I'm happy where I come from because over time I had to figure out who I was because I was lost. You feel me? So I'm happy with who I am and what I went through. And it's showing that going through that, they could tell things was different, bro. Like, I'm just different. Like, my pedigree is different. So they always came at me, like, especially Tryon when they knocked out my tooth. Like, I had the Quran and all that. I grew up around Muslims. Like,
that's why you told me the dude just swung on you. He asked you if you was Muslim. He just swung on you.
No, he ain't swing on me. Pick me up and slam me on my face, bro. Like, knock me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, like, up and down. Like, these are some cornbread eating white boys, bro. These is rednecks, bro. Like,
that was a white dude that did that.
Yeah, big burly ass cracker, bro.
Like, a black dude that did that.
Nah, that's a white dude that did that shit. All that's up there is a straight crackers, bro. Like they're driving around in pickup trucks with shorts on and flannels and trucker hats all year round, bro.
Doc
cold,
Martin.
5 feet of snow. They on it. They don't give a fuck, bro. Spitting in the can. All that shit, bro. Nasty fuckers, bro. Subsets of the real racist motherfuckers that was left in New York State, bro. It's different, bro. They got a whole different swag with them, bro. If you're not like them, we get rid of you. Like I was in Fishkill. I was there. 3 dudes died. They all hung themselves, except for one that got kicked down the steps and cracked his neck. You know what I'm saying? The beat up squad in Fishkill was something fierce, bro. Something crazy. But they was catching bodies on some same motherfuckers hung themselves. Like shit is different. Like them crackers up there will leave you. Like if you play games, bro, that's who you need to be worried about. Motherfuckers is walking a straight line till they stay. Motherfucker get a line on the inmate level. Listen, I'm gonna catch you some way, somehow, and I'm gonna try to get away with it. And hopefully, you know, this shit gonna run a compound. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can do. It's different in New York State. New York State is like no other state. All that segregation shit and all that fuck shit. Yo, everybody that's wearing green, if you're not fucking with the police, you're staying away from the police because they will fucking kill you, bro. Be a marker. Be somebody that's hot. It's over for you. I hope people check up with you.
I'm about to reset the live and just send a new link.
Yeah, I think something popped up on my shit. But yeah, it's different up north, man.